with technical difficulties.
Okay. All right, so let's
Yeah,
go.
I assume there's nobody who wants to engage in public participation because we don't want to hear it anyway. So the next is, Lynn, you want to put up the
Yes.
screen? Is it up?
Yes,
It's up.
Tim's got it up.
Okay, Tim's got it up. Okay.
Okay, next slide.
And we have a hard copy here.
So, first off, we have some administrative actions. Review of the January 16th, Permanent Building Committee meeting minutes and, review of the monthly invoices, budget update and bonds internal change order 7. Then we'll have a construction update, a schedule update, and any other issues, not on the agenda.
All right, for the minutes, can I have a motion on the January 16, 2025 Permanent Building Committee and meeting minutes?
I will move. Oh, go ahead.
I
Go
move
ahead,
that I move that we approve the January 16th Permanent Building Committee meeting minutes as written.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Is there any objection to approving the minutes? Hearing and seeing none, they're approved.
Tim, can you forward? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I got this one.
You got it, Chip?
We'll fly. Yep.
All right.
I move that we approve Left Field's invoices for the month of January for the sum of $145,000.
I second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Wayne.
Yes.
Anybody else? Is Mark on?
Mark, you there? That'd be a no.
Okay.
Okay.
They're approved, unanimous.
I move that we approve SMMA's invoice for the month of January 2025 for the sum of $125,210.60.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none. Jason,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
approved, unanimous.
I move that we approve bonds invoice for $2,402,030.57.
Second.
Any discussion? Why is it so, I did have one question.
Why is it so little?
Yeah, why is it so little? Anybody can answer that? It usually is like 4 million.
Yeah.
It was 5.5 last month.
It's 5.5.
3.9 the month before.
So the last 2 months, the steel was billing
Yeah.
heavily, and they've pretty much flown through their work. So they were like 3 million each month almost.
Oh, okay.
So
All right, all right. Well, I mean, we're glad that it's not as big, so it's, you know. All right, any other questions or comments?
I guess it's a good thing we got that steel before the tariffs.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
we'll discuss that later. Jason,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
unanimous.
I
Is
move
there
that
one more?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay,
I move that we approve UTS's invoice for $9,440.75.
Yeah, testing. Second. Second. I'm reading the line item. I second.
any other questions or
Material
comments?
testing and inspections.
Hearing none. Jason,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
unanimous.
That brings this month's invoices for a total of $261,681,681.92. How could somebody have come up with that?
Hey,
68.68.
coincident.
All right,
All
All
right.
right.
So we have committed.
Lynn, yeah,
We have committed 92% of the total project budget, and we have expended 22% as of January 2025. Our construction budget remains at $223,897,739. And we have an uncommitted budget amount of $21,904,615. Our owner's construction contingency remains untouched at $11,022,969. And our owner's soft cost contingency is at $2,070,078.
Any questions? Okay, hearing none.
So our cash flow is still tracking higher than projected. And again, that's largely due to the great progress that Bond has made on site with the job.
When does it level off, Lynn? Like the revised projection line, like the light green,
Yep.
doesn't really look. You know, when you look at it, what the original projection was, like, there's no set months where that light green is a lot less than the original, so. How is this not tracking?
Starting to
the spending
taper.
rate ahead?
It'll start to taper off significantly at the end because we'll be hopefully finishing earlier with less work to do at the final months.
Okay,
Any other questions or comments?
Sorry, question.
Yeah,
about this.
yeah.
For GCs, so for the general conditions for the burn rate of those, so if we're ahead of schedule, then do we get a cost savings on that line item?
Who's gonna answer that?
Brendan, you wanna take that one?
No, I mean, it is a lump sum GC, so yeah, unless there was a significant adjustment or, reduction in scope, that's we'd just be billing out on a percent complete, so.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
All right, any other questions?
The next point up is the bond's internal change order number 7. It totals $0 to the contract sum. However, I don't know if you have a picture of the slide, but it shows the PCOs that are included in change order 7 and the value amount of them.
We got it.
Okay, and it also shows from what bucket of money it comes from, either the GMP contingency or a hold.
Yep.
Chip, you want to have a motion there? Motion to approve the internal change order number 7 is presented so we can discuss it.
Absolutely. I move that we approve Bond's internal change order number 7. That represents a total 0 as presented.
Second.
Any questions? We went over this with the working group, just to make sure on the, especially the first number, the beam size changes.
Yeah.
And that's contingencies. The second one had to do with the other large pieces, that is the Beasley Memorial, which had to be taken apart, literally piece by piece, numbered, photographed, so that when we replaced the memorial, the contractor, who everyone said did a great job, will be able to put it exactly as it was. And that's why the price is so high on it, but in the end, it's worth it.
Excellent.
Right? Any other questions regarding the change order?
And there is money left in that hold for the restoration of that memorial, so.
Right, I think this is about half of it or something.
Not even, there's
Less than
another,
half, yeah.
there's another like 39,000 for restoration, so.
So I'm sure there'll be further comments, don't worry.
Just on the other line item. that was
Yeah.
The culvert outlet rates, like, that's part of this. It's been going since the beginning, right? So what did we have to change there?
It wasn't a change.
Funding bucket,
It
right?
was on the drawings that we didn't purchase with anybody, so we had a receipt for us.
Thanks.
Right? Any other questions? Jason,
Yep.
yes or no? Yay or nay?
I would say yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Phil,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Chrissy,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes,
unanimous. The next is a construction update.
So, this is kind of, it looks like level 2, area C, kind of like the library set, it's the media center, kind of around the building.
Which, Thursday, Monday,
Yeah, these,
when we went there?
some of these are from Monday, yeah.
These are from Monday?
More of them are, yeah.
All right.
Can everyone see the screen?
Yep.
Can you all see it?
We can see it here. Yeah, thank you.
This, the space is awesome.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. When we were there, we could not believe how big it is, how awesome.
It's gonna be
it was.
super bright.
It's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
Yep.
Right, and we'll get all the criticism about because it's really gonna be,
High ceilings, very high.
it's high ceilings, but why is it in the library? Oh.
Libraries are like that. Yeah, it's like that.
You read that?
High ceiling. Yeah, a lot of libraries have that.
But no, it's almost, it should be like a community room. It's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be.
It's a picture,
It
it
is-
looks small.
It is amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Moving
I'm
right.
sorry, Bart. We were, Phil and Jason and I were like blown away.
It was pretty impressive.
It's really impressive. And when the light's gonna come in, it's gonna be something.
It's gonna be something.
Yep.
Okay, so this is
All right, go ahead,
your
sorry.
gym. Right now, we have it tented in temporarily. We got heaters in there, heating it up, and we're going after hopefully pouring that in the next couple of weeks.
And that. oh,
Highly
they bought it.
impressive.
It is-
Huge,
It is huge.
huge.
It's, even though it's supposedly the same square footage as the one now, but because there's no, that little balcony thing, okay, it looks so much bigger, didn't it, Phil? It's just so much bigger
Yeah.
than the present field house. It really,
Nice.
yeah, sure nice. Go ahead. I'll start criticizing this soon, okay?
So finishes. Okay, this is a picture of the wirings here.
Also highly impressive. Can't wait till people start falling off each side. Oh, there's gonna be handrails. Okay. that's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
It's impressive.
So this is kind of a picture of the classroom rings in building A, second floor. As you can see, we started hangers, fireproofing. And you probably can't see it, but we started like layout for the project.
Yep.
So this is the slab on grade in building A. You can see we have the Stego, which has got a big barrier down, that's the yellow. We have the rebar going in, and then we actually poured it this week, so that's our first slab on grade. And you can see it,
This is the construction workers doing races on the cement
Yeah.
equipment. This was impressive. We got to see this.
The bumper cars.
We were taking bets on who was gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get to play in it.
No, we tried. I know.
and this is kind of a picture of the layout going in for the petitions and building. This is just kind of the progress photo of retaining wall 4 and the loading dock. Footings down in there. This is a picture of the conduits coming in from the transformer pad into building F, to the main line. Okay, so, kind of a quick construction update, bond forces on the roof, continuing roof blocking. We have Quigley on site, kind of working with the utility contractors to do the underground utilities. Marshall, we are going after slab on grade, we did slab on grade in A building this week. Our next one up is in building B. And hopefully we're gonna get over to the gym and get that board out so we can get on it. Lighthouse masonry mobilized this week. They're building a load bearing wall in the loading dock so we can finish a few beams that need to sit on it. Norgate's in and out, kind of detailing and doing some miscellaneous work that we get them to do. They're just waiting for the tops to drop in building A so they can start adjusting those irons. Roman iron is gonna start next week on the first stair A1 in area A, since we have that slab on grade ready to go, and they're also gonna do some welcome to brick ties and columns in areas D and F. Century, they're on site laying out through A and B, and hopefully they're gonna start in C. They did some top track ahead of the fire program. They're gonna be doing exterior framing in May once we can get the tops down and the angles of the iron adjusting. The island fireproofing, they're just working through what they can pick off until we have the roof on. Greenwood roofing started this week. They worked Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Today was kind of a washout.
Are they putting the insulation down first? Is that what they're doing?
Vapor barrier.
Vapor barrier.
Insulation.
Yeah.
Membrane. And then, as I said, Amonte is the plumber and Griffin is the electrician. They're just kind of working through underground and trying to get that done so we can stay ahead of us. Doing slab on grades, and then in a couple weeks, we'll be starting some duct work in the area. And it's kind of what's going on.
So when we did the walkthrough, Jerry was talking about, so essentially, we're gonna start in March, some of the exterior, is that right? In building A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what has to happen is we have to get the roof on, and then with spray fireproof, and the spray fireproof, we need it wrapped and heated. So once that's done and cured, we can drop the tops and then start on the exterior.
Question I had. The mock-up or whatever, what do you call it? The mock-up?
Cube. Yep.
Pardon?
Mock-up cube.
Mock-up cube. Okay. When is that gonna be available for us to go and see things?
So
I'm just trying to figure out schedule-wise.
it's looking like the end of April. We have a
Oh, okay.
lead time issue on the bricks. We'll work through that. They're coming the last week of March. On site the first week of April installing, so it's looking like the end of it.
But right now, it's framed and sheathed.
Right.
Oh, that's what you guys are building in the parking lot?
That's in the parking lot.
I've been wondering what that is.
So what is this gonna be? Is it gonna highlight the materials that are being used on the school? Or?
It's a combination of all different conditions. It's gonna have a curtain wall, window, a door. It's gonna show the brick,
Okay,
precast, the granite,
nice.
sunshade,
Yeah.
and roof edge.
So it's not a performance mock-up.
Actually, we will use that. That's the.
It's a what?
Okay, so you're doing water testing?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about, so for?
Couldn't hear it.
Performance mock-up, it is a
Oh.
performance mock-up.
Is it finished selection as well? Or is that already?
It's already done. It's just putting everything together to see them together and review it for construction.
I thought it was a control tower for the helicopters that were gonna be landing on the ball field.
You don't want to have to wait.
Right.
Okay,
So
cool.
good to see all the finishes and colors together.
Yeah.
We'll also work on constructability issues.
Great.
So when would we then go and see this? In April? Or in May?
Could see it in stages,
But a finished product.
totally finished.
I mean, nothing's been done yet, right?
Well, it's been framed. and
It's-
I mean, it's great, but nothing,
sheathed.
still open.
Finished
nothing to see yet.
materials.
All right, well, when would that be? Because maybe we should go and see these things.
I can send out or circulate a kind of like when we're gonna be installing certain materials. But like like I said, brick's gonna be the last thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the lead time. The windows, or hopefully we're getting the shipping the end of this month. And then curtain wall should be any day now, so.
It'll be in stages, so it depends if you want to see it at each stage, or you wanna wait till it's all done.
What do people think?
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, the next on site.
When we do walkthroughs, we should just, if it's something to look at,
Okay.
we'll look at it.
tours, you can see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, that should just do that then. I was curious as to when that's gonna be. That's great. Great. All right. Any other questions with the schedule? All right.
So,
Before we do the upcoming meetings and schedule, is there, now that we know that there are tariffs, have we found any issues yet? And then I'm gonna ask.
So I think it's still up in the air, but he said Canada, then he said.
I know.
For 30 days, it's just, I don't really know what's going on until it's finalized, but, some things are tracking from Canada, like the millwork, rooftop units are coming from Canada. That's the.
When?
Not for a while. Millwork.
Well, it will be their 51st state by then, I forgot.
That too.
I would recommend on the procurement log that you're tracking, you put, the origin is where everything's coming from, and then put a value so we can at least track that as a risk factor. Because it's gonna, like, I think it's gonna change in a month, it's gonna change in 3 months, it's just gonna be continuously changing, so if you build the tools now, you can at least say, oh, it changed to 15%, you just quickly, flip it, and see where we are.
Are there any things that you are, your companies are concerned about?
Aluminum, glass, like all the exterior, I mean, where's that?
It's all coming from,
Canada, Mexico.
no, actually, it's coming from Con Air, which is in the States.
Oh.
Where they get it from.
Oh, right.
So it's like, I can't go so far.
Right.
So where I'm buying it.
And then it's even confusing because, like, for our project, we got the raw steel from the US. We shipped it up to Canada where it got fabricated and it's sitting in storage. So are we gonna get hit with a 25% of the total charge when it crosses the border again?
That's what I heard.
There's a lot,
Yeah.
yeah, crosses the border. Right. But where it came from. Not at all.
So
Okay.
you have some,
Yeah, so I am tracking the like origin where it's coming from, so I would have to
Like if you pay up
add
front.
some detail on that.
I'm saying that.
so is Chrissy, when you say like,
Yeah.
to track this, we have all these, we goes through the subs, right?
Yeah, but it's not an easy thing to track.
Does Bond have a procurement law, like, you can go,
Yeah.
like a master law, like, yeah, just add a column for, where it's coming from. and
We've
the
done
value.
that, we just need to
Yeah,
add the
you
value.
add value and then the multiplier for if it's 10%, 25%, whatever we think, and we just.
Because we have to be aware of that.
So that is in process. We've been tracking that for a few months. It's gathering that info, and to Marcus's point, it's really the supply chain beyond that too. I mean, the air handlers are coming from Canada, but the various parts and pieces are really coming from all over the world. So we're tracking it the best we can, but it is very difficult to get our arms around the whole ripple effect here.
And like, how much did you pay to release the manufacturing versus how much still is left to be paid to the thing that's coming across the border, right? Like the full amount won't necessarily be taxed. It may just be the value of material that's remaining to be paid. Right?
Honestly, I don't know, I don't think any.
Like, would we pay more upfront for materials now coming from
If we should do like a worst case,
Yeah.
if it was to.
So the majority of material, we did direct purchase some material like the switchgear, but the majority is being purchased through subs. So many times they're floating the deposits, but it's not being billed up front to the town. So all good questions, and not trying to be evasive. There's just a lot of information that we're trying to gather and track, but we're working on it.
There escalation clauses in our contract? Like, how does it work when you're construction at risk? Like, they gave us a number to build this. Are there escalation clauses that will come into play, or is it something goes up 25%? Is it bond having to absorb that?
So we've already purchased, I think more than 95% of the scope with the subcontractors. So our stance is going to be essentially, we bought you, we contracted you for this value. That's your problem. Whether that's going to hold up is another story, but that's going to be the.
Ultimately, it'd be Canada's problem. Canada's gonna end up paying the tariff for us.
Exactly.
Okay, so that so the fact
We
that it's
are.
going up,
Yeah.
are we worried that the town, that's what I'm at,
Yeah, we're worried.
like this,
That's what I'm worried about.
We can't go
But
back unless we.
can that happen they said they were gonna build us a high school for this amount? Is there clauses in the contract that if something happens,
Yeah, who's responsible?
then they come back looking for that money? There wasn't the Galvin. Is there?
So, yeah, so in full disclosure, in Bond's contract, there is that qualification. The subs do not have that qualification.
Subs
So-
don't have it, but Bond has it.
Correct.
Right.
But we are looking out for the town here and looking to push all that down. Hey, we hired you for this dollar value. And that's what we're expecting to pay. That's what you're contracted to. This is obviously an industry problem, and I'm sure the AG will make a ruling on whether those types of costs and tariffs can be passed on to the municipality. So we'll see. But our first reaction is, sorry, sub, that's your problem.
All right.
Yep.
Would it
Any
be
other questions?
possible for-
See that risk.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the next meeting maybe, or just see some start of what that tracking could look like. There's like a mock-up of.
Yeah, I think
Model.
I started it,
Yeah.
yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's
all
gonna
the
change.
dates,
We know what's gonna change,
It's,
right?
it's
We
gonna
make
get
assumptions
worked
of,
out. So,
Yeah,
whatever.
they say build it to easily modified, it's just. It's have all the risk. Yeah.
They have different percentages probably, so you can have a couple of different.
Yeah, we don't, and now he's doing something with, if you charge us, we charge you type of thing, who the hell knows?
Right.
He's gonna keep changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tricky thing is, well, I guess maybe it's a learning opportunity. So when we do buy the FFB package, the furniture fiction, then, we're hopefully smarter by then. So what's happening in the world and ensuring that we can still get cost certainty. So we know what the.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get smarter by then. That's a whole new. Some of you will, maybe not. No,
change the next day.
well, that's great that we gotta track this, and it's. Aaron told me about it 3 months ago, and I had a heart attack at the site, and
Joe didn't sleep for like a week.
and ever since then, it's, and then we didn't think anything was gonna happen, and now things are happening. So look, it's great that we got ahead of it in many ways. So it may not be great for you, Marcus, but that's, yep. All right, so I think that's what we gotta do, and we should probably, for the next month's meeting, let's see if we can see what that looks like, okay? All right? And then we'll start like maybe in April, and then we'll start looking at the mock-up and go from there. All right? All right, and if there's days that, I know that some people can't make Thursdays, we gotta make arrangements for other members of the committee to get there on other days.
Definitely.
And I know that's a problem, and
We can't do Thursday.
Time of day.
Aaron can't,
In Thursdays at the site,
So morning would make any difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But I can do any, like, I just tagged along to the school committee.
Right.
So I don't
But-
speak with. and everything.
But we have to, get in, if you ever going to go, let's, make sure. All right. Meetings,
So our next PBC construction tour is March 6th, and the next permanent building committee meeting is March 13th.
all right.
All right.
Any other issues, any other questions, anything?
A couple of things from Wayne. I just want to thank the folks that sent me an email, Lynn, John McDonald, Phil and Jonathan, for your kind emails. And in the Globe, there was a nice write-up about Bond, and what a solid company. That's pretty interesting to read. So that's all I have.
When was that?
I
Just a couple days ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Nice write, nice write.
well, I missed it. I missed it, so that's good. So we can criticize later.
Sounds good.
No, you guys have been great. I reported it to the finance committee, the status of the project so far and where we're at, and they seem to be very satisfied, and so are we, that's for sure. All right, anything else for a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, second, okay, thanks, everybody, and
Thank you.
sorry for the technical issues,
We'll get it working
Good
for the
night.
next meeting.
maybe.
Maybe.
Nice work.
We're fine.
Good night.
And actually,